Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato. On today's Everything Music, it's What Makes This Song Great, episode number 26. The band is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the song is Give It Away. Coming up next. Give It Away was the first single from the Red Hot Chili Peppers' fifth release entitled Blood Sugar Sex Magik, which came out on September 24th, 1991. Ironically, the exact same day that Nevermind by Nirvana came out. Now, the record before that was entitled Mother's Milk and was produced by Michael Beinhorn. But this was a real departure, Blood Sugar Sex Magik, because it was produced by Rick Rubin and engineered by Brendan O'Brien. They went for a much drier, in-your-face sound on this, and it's really more in the vocal presentation. The vocals were very dry, even though the drums were actually very roomy. Let's check out the beginning of Give It Away. Let's check out the drums soloed. Really a natural room sound with a high-pitched snare. Right off the bat, though, we have this guitar riff by John Frusciante. Let's listen to it by itself. Now this leads us up to really the main riff in the song, which is the bass line, okay? You have the vocal which enters here with that really high scream. Check it out. And then we have this. So check out the bass here. It's a very simple funk-style bass part. Check out Rick Rubin, the producer, talking to Flea about keeping the bass part simple. This is from the making of the record.
Where did I go? See that? That should be the vibe, like what you just...
Yeah. It is so hard because there's so little time in each thing.
But just keep them really simple. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum,
Okay.
ba-dum.
Next, let's take a listen to Anthony Kiedis' vocals in the verse.
What I got, you got to give it to your mama. What I got to give it to your papa. What I got to give it to your daughter. You do a little dancing and you drink a little water.
Almost rapping, but not. It's Anthony Kiedis' singing, rapping sound. The vocal is super compressed, in your face, dry, and percussive. And I think a lot of it has to do with the types of syllables that he uses and his articulation of them. It really grabs you and kind of takes hold of the rhythm of the tune. Let me solo it with the bass. Check it out.
What I got to give it to your mama. What I got to give it to your papa. What I got to give it to your daughter. You do a little dancing and you drink a little water. Oh.
The bass and vocal work incredibly well together, and the bass and the guitar work really well together because they're actually doing kind of opposite things in different directions. The bass is ascending. The guitar is going backwards, ba ba ba, chromatically, while the bass is doing the upward slide. So they're going in different directions. Here it is with just bass, drums, and guitar. Really going with the bass. So check out the bass and the kick together. You hear the kick drums goes da-da, da-da, right with the bass. I'm going to solo the kick and the bass. Listen. The bass and kick are super tight. You can tell that they did a lot of rehearsals. In fact, the record was actually recorded in Rick Rubin's The Mansion recording studio in Laurel Canyon. Here's a couple clips from the making of the record.
Everybody knows what Hollywood sounds. What sounds better, this?
You can see this is a really great environment for a band to make a record. Here's an actual clip from the recording of Give It Away. Another element of the tune that you probably didn't even know was there is the organ part played by Brendan O'Brien. It's hidden right out there in plain sight, but once you hear it, you'll never miss it again. Check it out. The other element that occurs throughout the entire track that you probably can hear is the Jew's harp played by Pete Weiss. Here it is along with the tambourine. Check it out. Here's the same part along with the guitar to give you even more of a frame of reference. Check it out. You've got all the syncopations in the guitar, but the Jew's harp and the percussion have the really straight rhythm, so it's really kind of adding to the groove. There's a lot of great elements rhythmically, like I said, in the vocals, but there's also some nuances. Even though he's almost rapping, there is still a sing-songy element to it. Check it out in the verse here.
What I got, you gotta get it, put it in you. What I got, you gotta get it, put it in you. What I got, you gotta get it, put it in you. Feeling with the feeling, don't stop, continue. I realize I don't wanna be a miser. Confined with sly, I be the wiser. A young blood.
It really has a pitch to it. There are definitely peaks and valleys of the way that the shape of the vocal delivery is that add excitement to it, even though it's essentially rapping. Then when you get to the chorus, you get those 16th note triplets in the Give It Away part, which is really such a rhythmic phrase. Check it out.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Well, I can't tell if I'm a king but nor a papa.
That's really what makes Anthony Kiedis such an interesting singer and performer. If we want to call him a singer, he does sing in some Chili Pepper songs. There's actually a German term called Sprechstimme, or spoken voice. It was an expressionist term used for a vocal recitative by composers like Schoenberg or Berg in Wozzeck or Lulu, really famous operas, that gives you a general shape of the line. It's a spoken word, but it actually has peaks and valleys like singing. Next part I want to talk about is a solo, because it's really cool. So it's a backwards guitar solo. He played it, I think, in one take. They reversed the tape and put it in there. Here's what it sounds like soloed. The other part is the backing part behind it. There's a really cool guitar part that goes behind the solo. Check it out. Those two parts really add a lot to the track, I think. It gives it an ambient feeling because of the backwards guitar part. Now, the drums obviously are ambient. They're done in a really big room. But the track, because of the really dry vocal, gives you the impression that it's a very dry mix. There's a second solo that happens after the next chorus, which I think is even cooler. It's also a backwards one. Check it out. On the ending of the track, John Frusciante goes even more crazy with the rhythm parts. Check it out. The triplet fill that Chad Smith plays at the end is really killer. Check it out. That's all for now. I'm going to have an extra small segment on my Instagram from the same video. If you go to Rick Beato 1 at Instagram, you can watch it there. Remember, subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're interested in my Beato book, you can find it on my website at www.rickbeato.com. Thanks for watching.